What's going on, all you mentees? Uncanny Omar here from Near Mint Condition, the home of collected editions. And today I've got some breaking news from the world of Marvel Comics. That's right, we've got two Marvel Omnibus reprints. Well, one Marvel Omnibus reprint and maybe one reprint, one new book. You'll see. So, stay tuned. This video is sponsored by Marvel Comics, so thank you so much to David Gabriel and the fine folks at Marvel for sending us advance notice of these two books coming out in February and in March of 2025. So before I go any further, please don't forget to smash that like button, share our videos, let others know where you get your exclusive breaking news in the world of the Marvel Collected Editions. So I did say that we're going to have two books, and I said one is a reprint, one is a new book / reprint, but you'll see. So let's start with the reprint. Let's talk about the book that is coming out in March of 2025. So it was voted in our most wanted Marvel Omnibus Reprints polls that we do every year. So big thank you to all of you that voted, and of course a big thank you to Marvel for listening and deciding to reprint this book. So it's a character that I know a lot of you love, and you fear that he's not getting enough love in omnibus format, but here comes another one of these hard to find omnis, and now coming back to print in March, Punisher by Rick Remender Omnibus. That's right, you all voted for it, and here it is coming out in March. Now, let's take a look at our standard edition cover first. So here's the standard edition cover. This is the one by Mike McCone, and it is the one from the Dark Reign era of the Punisher. So speaking of Dark Reign era, and of course this particular book and Mike McCone, let's talk about the contents of the book. So collected in here is Punisher 1 through 16, Punisher Annual 2009, the Dark Reign The List Punisher, Franken Castle 17 through 21, Dark Wolverine 88 to 89, and Punisher in the Blood 1 through 5. Now, if you're concerned and you're thinking, wait a second, where's Franken Castle 1 through 16? Punisher, the title changed to Franken Castle in issue number 17. So you're not missing anything, I promise. And then the series, of course, wraps up in the Punisher in the Blood miniseries. So let's go ahead and look at our direct market cover. So this direct market cover is supplied by Dan Brereton, and it does feature the characters of the Legion of Monsters. And what are they doing hanging out with the Punisher? Well, you can definitely find out by reading the book. That's all I will say about that. So in here you are going to see the Dark Reign era. So it's after Norman Osborn takes over the entire Marvel Universe. You're going to see the fight against the Hood, the return of Jigsaw, and then of course the fight against Dark Wolverine. Decan. So that is all in here, and then it does change a few of the things. You're going to see a supporting cast of Microchip, and all of it written by Rick Remender. Now, if you're wondering where this takes place, this is after the Matt Fraction era of Punisher Warzone. So this is the 2009 era of the Punisher. So I'm really happy that that particular omnibus is coming back to print in March. So let's go back and talk about the omnibus, the new omnibus, the new printing or reprints. What the heck am I talking about? Well, I gave you a little hint. I did that. And it is not the Sorcerer Supreme, nor is it Wakanda Forever. It is an X-Men related book. So let's go ahead and start talking about it because you all voted for it, and it was never released as an omnibus. It was released as an oversized hardcover, but now it is coming back as an omnibus, and that is X-Men Fatal Attractions Omnibus in February of 2025. So the title officially changed to Omnibus. Let's take a look at your standard edition cover. So here's your standard edition cover by John Romita Jr. This is the one that they used for X-Men 300, celebrating 30 years of X-Men. It's crazy how fast time has gone by because we just passed the 60th anniversary last year. But anyway, before I start reminiscing about the past and feeling old, let's go ahead and talk about the contents in here. So collected in here is Uncanny X-Men 298 to 305, and then issue 315, X-Men Annual number 17, X-Factor 87 to 92, X-Men Unlimited 1 and 2, X-Force 25, X-Men, adjectiveless X-Men 25, Wolverine 75, and then Excalibur 71. So let's go ahead and look at our first direct market cover. So this is the first direct market cover. This is the cover by Bob Larkin. And this, I remember being a poster when I was a kid and going to the comic book stores and seeing it, and everybody getting hyped for Fatal Attractions, the return of Magneto. So in here, you are going to find the work of Fabian Nicieza, you're going to find the work of Scott Lobdell and Larry Hama, you're going to find Chris Bachalo and Greg Capullo's artwork in here, Andy Kubert and Adam Kubert, as well as Ken Lashley. And, of course, Peter David's era of X-Factor is in here. So, let's go ahead and take a look at your second direct market cover. So this, speaking of Greg Capullo, is drawn by Greg Capullo. And I think this was another one of those posters. Like, it came inside of a poster book celebrating the 30 years of X-Men, but it does feature the main cast, or the people that will play a big role in this particular crossover. So it is the return of Magneto, and of course with that comes betrayal. There's death, there is hope, and one of the most iconic moments in X-Men history taking place during this particular event. So this is an event omnibus. That is something to keep in mind for a lot of people that are wondering how to collect X-Men the best way. This is the event that was mapped, well, before Omnis were a big thing. Will it eventually be collected in an Uncanny X-Men Omnibus? Sure, one day, but we are years away from that. If you want it now, if you want to read the whole Fatal Attraction storyline, here it finally is, back in print. You all voted for it, and Marvel is reprinting it. So those are your two reprints. And I guess, yes, reprints, but one will have the new branding of an omnibus that are coming out in February and in March of 2025. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about these books, what you think about the content, and of course, which cover you are going to get. Don't forget to pre-order as soon as pre-order comes available. But that's it, everybody. Stay healthy and safe out there. Much love.